start a discussion on the sharpness of resonance. In the last discussion, we have spoken and we have told that the frequency omega naught depends on L and C. It doesn't depend on R. Whereas the current doesn't depend on L and C, it depends on R. So, what we see that if R keeps on changing, then the maximum current keeps on changing. So, for a particular circuit, R is fixed. Now, suppose here I have plotted a graph of the resonance of omega, that is frequency versus the current, and this frequency versus the current graph has three different R's. I have plotted with three different R, R1, R2 and R3. So you see, if R keeps on increasing, the maximum currents keeps on decreasing. So you see, in the case of R, R1 is greater than R2 than R3. So R1 has a maximum current this much. R2 has a maximum current more than that because the resistance is less. R3 has the least resistance, which has a maximum current this much. So for the resonance, what we see, though with the R, the curves are changing for different circuit, but since L and C is fixed, the peak of the resonance or the frequency of the resonance peak is happening at same frequency. So in a circuit, if I keep the L and C, that is inductor and the capacitor, fixed, and I keep on changing the resistance, what we see, though the curve changes, the maximum current changes, but the frequency at which the resonance occurs or the resonance frequency is fixed. So the peak of the current occurs at the same frequency, which we call as resonant frequency. So the circuits which allow the resonance to happen, we call them as acceptor circuits, because as you know that they are allowing the maximum, the circuit to reach, or it is allowing the maximum current to pass through it. Therefore, they are called acceptor circuit. Now, in acceptor circuit, if we have to understand this sharpness of the curve, that is, the sharpness of the curve also tells us the more sharper the curve is, the more is the maximum current passing through it. So, if I have to define the sharpness of the curve, then I can tell that from the peak in the both sides, how fast or how steep way the current is falling in both sides, that is called the sharpness of the curve. That sharpness is defined with something called the Q factor or the quality factor of the circuit. Now, before going to quality factor, we need to know few more things, few more terms. So, if I have to measure the sharpness, there is a technique with which we can measure. So, for the technique, the first thing that we need to know is called half frequency. Half frequencies. What do you mean by half frequencies? Half frequencies are the two frequencies denoted by W1 and W2. That is the both side of the curve. There are 2 points. As I told you, if I have to know the sharpness, I have to check how fast or how sharply the current is falling at the both side. So we take two frequencies at both sides of the curve, which we call it as half frequency, and this half frequency or this point is selected based on the frequencies at which the power is half. Now the current, the power is half. So how do I define these two half frequencies? Suppose for the I max, maximum, the power is I max square into R, right? This is the formula. Power is I square into R. So for the maximum current, P max is I max square into R. So half frequencies are the frequency where this power is half. It means the power would be half of I max square into R. So this power is probably I square R is half I max square into R. So I can say that this current I is equal to 1 by root 2 of I max. Where the power is half, there the current is 1 by root 2 times of the maximum current. So let's suppose there is a point where these 2 points in the curve where the current is I max by root 2. It means from these 2 points I can find out 2 frequencies which are on the frequency line. So these 2 frequencies W1 and W2 are called the half frequency. So half frequencies are W1 and W2. Now they are at equal distance from the resonant frequency. Suppose this distance is del omega and this distance is del omega, right? They are at equal distance from the center. So the distance from one half frequency to another half frequency, that is from omega 2 to omega 1. So distance omega 2 minus omega 1, this distance we call it as band width. Okay, so the distance between the 2 half frequencies are called the bandwidth, and this if I just add, this would be 2 del omega, right? So this is what is called bandwidth. Now the technical term that I have defined as quality factor, which gives the quality check of the circuit or how sharp is the resonance of that particular circuit, is given by the quality factor. This quality factor is the resonance frequency. It's a factor, so it's a ratio. It's a ratio between the resonance frequency and bandwidth. Now this bandwidth, I am not going to into calculation, but if you calculate, you will get the bandwidth equal to is R by L, right? So bandwidth, which is 2 del omega, which is equal to omega naught into L by R. So this is called the quality factor or Q factor of the circuit, and this gives us the sharpness of the resonance curve. And just to remember, there are few points that I have mentioned here. When we are talking about the sharpness, we see that the maximum current depends on the resistance of the circuit, whereas the resonance frequency depends on the inductance and the capacitance of the circuit. Though here we have different resistance and the I maxes are different, but the resonance frequency is same for everyone. But these 3 curves are not same. Though all these curves have the same L and C, still they are 3 different curves of 3 different circuits with 3 different sharpness, with 3 different I max. And if I have to calculate the sharpness of that particular circuit, then first we have to know the half frequencies. For that we know the half power. From there we have found the current at half power. Then we have defined the 2 half frequencies. Then we have defined the distance between them as bandwidth. And then we have defined the quality factor, which is the resonance frequency divided by the bandwidth. And then we have finally told you the formula for Q factor. So for the different circuits, Q factor becomes a very important factor to know for the analyzation of different circuits.
If you like the video, then press the like button, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon.